I've really noticed lately that like all these new chicks in Chainsaw Man do not fight with clothes on. And we had Reze, and now we have Kianchi doing that. And when you think about it, so is Santa Claus. Like, she is not wearing any clothes. I mean, she's like a weird mannequin creature now, but at the same time, still fits into what I'm saying. But now we have Denji, who is like up against all these dolls who are talking like their normal human selves, and like he's just trying to get away because even though Denji's fine with slaughtering devils and seemingly like any of the hybrids as well, he doesn't seem too keen on killing just people you would at least see as normal people, just kind of like regular individuals. And it makes you really wonder, like, what does Denji then see as like what are these like the fiends and stuff and the devils? Does he not see like power and all them as like people at all, or is it just kind of Denji's weird kind of like devil heart situation playing that he either really cares or he really doesn't? Interesting to see. He's like running away, and I'm wondering, like, is Denji gonna like, when you have a character this like brutal and vicious as Denji, him not wanting to kill these like seemingly people, but these like manipulated doll folks, is really interesting. He's just like, I'm not going to be a murderer, but Bray, I think you're pretty much good on that one. And these guys are trying to kill you. So even in the situation of like, if these were fully human, they're coming at you. So you might as well just try and kill them. It was really cool to see the chainsaws come out of his feet. So he is, he's like sticking him in the walls, and he's able to, run up alongside walls and stuff. I'm hoping he gets something kind of like that guy from Soul Eater, the dude whose power was to turn into a chainsaw, and he could make the chains like appear on his body, and so they would kind of just continuously like go on a track without him ever moving, so he could move around without actually like without even actually like making any motions. It was the chains that would move him. It was really interesting to see. If you don't know what I mean, just go watch or read Soul Eater, or just like literally you could look up just that one guy, Soul Eater Chainsaw Dude. You'll probably find a clip of him. But he's going up against these guys. You got some coming at him, and Denji goes for an attack. He's like chopping some of these guys up, but you can tell that when the dude like called him a murderer, like it started to mess with him, because now Denji is going to be really just wondering like which parts of him is really human again. He might have some issues, because we know that from what happened with the Katana Devil, like he's like killing the zombies. Like, even though they were zombies, they look like people. So it was even hard for me to do it. But you were killing these guys like nothing, and now it's in Denji's head. You have a situation where he can see these as sort of people after that. I think that comment from the Katana Devil. Now he's having some issues like trying to kill these guys from it. Luckily, here comes in Kianchi, just like is shooting all of her arrows, like killing all of these dolls, and just completely like. I really like the way that her arrows are like shown. It's not like you don't even really see them flying. It's really the after effect, and you see that full like that giant puncture wound of like wherever the bolts went through. I wonder if she's gonna give a name for it, because I don't think she said bow, and it looks like crossbow, because they look more like bolts than arrows. I don't know. I'd still think it'd be pretty badass if she went with Crossbow Devil, just to make it that little extra flair. Instead of just Bow Devil, it's Crossbow. But now, like, she's in a spot where she's like, okay, listen, you have to understand, like, they're just dolls pretending to be humans. And then she's like, how do you know that? She's like, if you don't really know, then it's easier just to think this. Ignorance is bliss. She's putting that in his mindset of, with these powers, you can't always assume like the most obvious answer. And I think that even if you aren't sure, just like assuming the one that would work for you to kind of like get the job done is part of being a devil hunter. And it's really interesting when it's coming from Kianchi, who, from what we found out, she was like the first devil hunter. So I find that as like a good lesson, not just from the hybrids, but more of like an experienced devil hunter to like still a rookie. I mean, Denji's been doing it for a while, but he's still clearly new, and it's not like I don't even think he has like a rank. He's probably just hey, you're placed under Makima. I don't think you really get to have any like set in the ranking system of the Devil Hunters. I have to go back and look. I don't think it's been noted if he had a rank or anything. But now, like, out from the shadows comes Santa Claus, who immediately gets like lit up by Kianchi, but she's she's not really going to care about that because she can just heal up the second she gets in the darkness. But now she's like laughing because night is coming and she gets this advanced form where she's got these horns and her skin turns red. She's got like this much creepier set of eyes. And Denji is just, you can tell he's just like, son of a bitch. Like, he just got way spookier, so I don't really know what you expect me to do here, but I guess I'm gonna have to use the chainsaws. And she's just like beating like the hell out of him, like attacking. We know that she's more powerful with like the dark around her and stuff, and she's also able to like heal her. But she's just giving Denji the hands, and Qianshi's trying to come in, trying to attack. And she's like, oh, okay, then let's get a little bit more personal. And you have Santa Claus make dolls of 3 of the 4 of the members of Qianshi's like harem. You have the ponytail chick, you have the kind of scarring face like the Frankenstein girl, the horn chick. The one that isn't there is the zombie one that was always yelling out Halloween. So I'm wondering if there's going to be any significant reason of why that one lived. Like, maybe you have like, oh yeah, she's got 4 fiends in her harem, but you know, one of them is way stronger than the other or something. I don't know. Either way, now she's you can tell she's irritated. She gets like an immediate slash on from one of them, and Santa Claus is like, oh, well, time to see if I can turn you into a devil instead. And I noticed in this form, actually no, because it was in the previous ones, like her neck is long, but I feel like it's longer in this state. It's like extra spooky. But Denji's kind of like, you know, does his thing, thinks on his feet, but more in like a most aggressive way possible. He covers himself in gasoline and then like sparks his chainsaw so he's on fire to create a light, and then just rushes in to go attack Santa Claus. Denji's going vicious. Like I really like that. It's not like, oh yeah, I sprayed gasoline all over the place and then, you know, lit it on fire. That attack's like, nope, I'm gonna pour it on myself and go in. And so he's just on fire. I actually saw just this last panel as a spoiler for this chapter, and I thought maybe Denji unlocked a new power, like maybe his chainsaw engine like heats up to the point where he catches fire. But I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's like hellfire or something super badass like that. But no, he's just like, nope, covers himself in gasoline, makes a spark, and then just goes in raw. So pretty exciting chapter. I really like the upgraded form of Santa Claus. I think the horns and the color difference just gave it a simplistic yet spooky tone. I'm wondering why the head, like limbs and like waist piece are not, they stayed the same color. I'm wondering why that is. But maybe she's not at full power, so it's like an indicator. It's nighttime, but it's like maybe at midnight she'll be at full, or she has to like destroy lights around her or something, like the street lights, since that's still light preventing like as much darkness around her. I don't know. Either way, I mean, there's been such an interesting turn of villains in the series. I guess just the series in general has been super wild and crazy. I mean, I'm what, like 68 chapters in, but the series does not like cease to surprise and amaze me with how crazy it can be. So other than that, they'll comment below. Super stoked about this chapter and really excited to see like what comes next. I want to see Makima get into the fight though. That's the thing that like I thought was gonna happen, but I mean, Denji's the main character, I get that, but I really want to see what Makima's capable of, even if it's just like one more move. I was hoping to see like a fight between her and Santa Claus, but I guess if she's able to go against the Darkness Devil, then she's probably still stronger. But but then we need to know what the reason is that she. We need to know what the reason is that she has to have help, or she would need another reason why she didn't just go and kill Santa Claus. Where like they need help obviously to get strong enough in order to go against. I just noticed. I think that I'm looking at the sets, and I think that the upgraded version has like an extra set of boobs. Just as note, I was just looking at it. I was like, huh. I had to pull back because it was just such a weird addition without it being. It's not like a big thing. Like she's got like these horns and this spooky jaw, but I don't know why she needs an extra set of tits. Either way, good stuff. Like I said, I just need to see like why Makima wouldn't like just go in and kill her if she's capable of. Like, what is her plan? What's her scheme? But anyway, other than that though, comment below. Tell me your thoughts are about this chapter and what your thoughts are about like what's going on in Chainsaw Man. Really hyped to see where this fight like goes, and like, is there going to be somebody after her? Like, what defeating Santa Claus are we going to find out? Like, what lore, what information? Like, I think that's going to be really big too, because she definitely knows a lot of stuff. Like with her, Qianshi Makima, there's like a lot of information that like we as the readers really are hoping that any of them just drop and give us some, like, maybe a hint on what Mikima's goal is, a hint on why all these guys want to kill her. But other than that, like I said, comment below, thumbs up the video, friend the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But other than that, I appreciate everybody who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening.